What's up, everybody? This is Presto
CorporalNosaj.
and you are listening to episode 72 of the Nintendads podcast.
Yeah.
72. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
You know why? Corporal thought it was 73. I think it's because we're in 2023.
Yeah,
your instinct was to change all twos
to
threes. Yeah. It makes sense. Well, Happy New Year to all.
It's a good thing I'm 36 and not 32, and I would have been like, yeah, I'm 33, and I would have just totally changed.
You don't know
age.
what year it is, you don't know how old you are, you don't know what episode we're on. Numbers are just suggestions, right?
They are. They really are.
It's
a roundabout.
Yeah.
When I'm building tables or shelves or something and I'm cutting wood, it's like, yeah.
It's close enough.
It's close enough. It doesn't fit, Borelli. It's 2 inches longer. You get a hammer and you slam it in. It works fine.
And it works. You make it work. Anyway, welcome in, everyone. This is our What's Coming Up in 2023 episode. I know we did a little bit of this for our 3-year anniversary episode. We talked about our most anticipated games coming out next year. But now next year is this year. We're living in the future.
And
welcome. And a lot of other games have been announced since that conversation. A frightening number of games have been announced since that conversation. Yeah, it's not that many, but enough that we feel justified in doing another episode about this. But as always, we're going to start out. Corporal, what are you drinking?
What's up, Nintendadios? Happening, King Boo?
Hello, Nintendo fathers, as JoJo would say.
That's JoJo, yes. I am drinking a pistachio cream cold brew.
Pistachio cream
cold brew.
That is a new one for me.
You're laying in bed right meow. King Boo, you are living your best life.
King Boo, wait, hold on. King Boo is from Tom's TS Villa stream, if I'm not mistaken, I think. Right? I think we connected with each other in Tom's stream. Might have been Fate Maker, but I'm pretty sure it was Tom's. Welcome, King Boo, thanks. You're immortalized in our episode now.
I appreciate that you called him T.S. Villa and not T. Silva. Spooky Hunt.
Oh, yo, spooky. I am also drinking cold brew. I think this is the Trader Joe's, plastic container of cold brew. Nothing as fancy as your pistachio cream madness. Your madness beverage.
That was it! Oh my god, that was it! No!
So me and Corporal, we're getting ready.
Space shooter!
We're getting ready to start the episode, and we're going over what we played last year, what we're gonna play this year. And Corporal's going, what was that space shooter game that had the drinks, and you would drink the drinks and you get power-ups? And I'm like, I remember what it's called, but I'm going to wait to tell you until we're live. Snuck that in. Does that count as a dad joke? I think we can count that as a dad joke.
That was pretty good.
Anyway, what have you been playing in the new year?
So, we're going to talk about a lot of games from 2022. Games that are our most played games that are sleepers, things that we slept on and didn't get a chance to play, games that we've played the most of. Presto. And not to spoil anything, but one of the games that I wish that I had played when it came out and didn't, but me and my wife are now playing, is It Takes Two. It's a game that I'm currently playing. It's called It Takes Two. And it is a phenomenal, I'm going to say almost a case study on a family dynamic that's falling apart and on the verge of divorce, and how a little girl and her love for her family does everything she can to bring her mother and father back together. And It Takes Two is the journey of the mother and the father forced to work together in order to get out of a very weird, magical, and mystical adventure.
Now, are you playing this on the Switch? Because this got Game of the Year for the Game Awards last year, and then it got released on the Switch in November. I just looked it up. I didn't remember the actual release date.
I do not have it on the Switch. I have it with Xbox Game Pass.
Okay. But it is available on the Switch now if you want to play it.
It's a great game.
And what else? Did you make a New Year's resolution?
I did not. I did not make a New Year's resolution.
Well, because I see the other game that you've been playing, and that's a typical fitness resolution. Now, how long have you owned this game?
So, if you've been following us along since the beginning of time, take a shot. We have talked about this game back when it came out, back when Nick Yeti was still with the podcast, and that is at least 3 years ago. And
yeah,
Nick
I played
Yeti,
it with him. Vernicky, and Nick Yeti played this in my house.
Yes.
And me and Vernicky were dying. Nick was like, "I'm just getting warmed up, baby." And we're like, ugh.
So this is Ring Fit Adventure, which is the Nintendo Switch's version of Wii Fit, essentially. And I bought this for my wife last year for Christmas, but we had, in the midst of doing house renovations and doing a bunch of things with all the other things that we had purchased, this got put in a cabinet with a bunch of puzzles that I had also bought my wife, and they just sort of sat there. And we did one of the puzzles in the course of the year, but we didn't get to the other puzzles, which meant we didn't see this game at the bottom. So we found it again and decided that we were going to start playing it. So we started playing it like in the middle of December. And we've obviously, because it's the new year, everybody's like, "Oh, your New Year resolution." No resolutions.
It's your resolution. Listen, if you're setting fitness goals for 2023, there's no judgment here. I'm just saying, it's awfully coincidental that the fitness game that you've had for a year and a half now makes a sudden appearance on the list.
I can get fat. That's about it. Like King Boo says.
I can grow muscles in my stomach. I eat so much, my stomach gets a workout and gets more large. Believe it or not, I actually picked up a game that I have not played in a very long time called Monster Hunter Rise. It had a big expansion called Sunbreak that came out. No, listen, I've been playing this again because I am actually within like a reasonable amount of gameplay before I get the big upgrade that Gunlance got. Fate Maker, I don't believe it. I am close to unlocking level 8 shelling upgrades for my Gunlance, and you're full of it, Preston. No way you played that. And I feel like I'm playing Gunlance consistently enough that I'm actually improving, believe it or not. I feel like I'm doing cool stuff. I'm posting some clips on Twitter. I did go back and I tried to play a little Gunlance on Monster Hunter World, and it felt terrible. It was bad.
I mean,
it was a big bad time. I'm sure I'm gonna circle back and play World eventually, but damn, it just feels like you're just in a suit of concrete compared to Rise.
King Boo says, "I fell in love with Destiny 2. What do you guys think about the new Metroid?" You're referring to Metroid Dread?
Metroid Dread did come out. Actually, I think it came out last November. I don't think it came out in 2022. I think it came out in 21. But maybe it came out in 22. But Metroid Dread, I actually, Wernicke has my copy of Metroid Dread. He borrowed it and did not give it back yet.
Never see it again.
I didn't like it. I don't care if I never see it again. I was not a big fan of it, and I like Metroid.
So
games.
When it came out, you liked it. You were like, "Oh, this is fun."
I played it, and I probably made it 6 hours in, and I was like,
"Yeah." Then you started saying that it's a little repetitive.
It was repetitive, and it was I don't know. I just felt like I couldn't explore, and that's the whole point of those games. I felt like a lot of things were walled off, and then things would happen. You couldn't go backwards. I don't know. But the other game I've been playing is, of course, Marvel Snap. This season was the first season that I got the Battle Pass, so I paid $10 and got the Battle Pass, got the new seasonal card, and I'm enjoying it a lot. And battle mode, where you can battle specific people and your friends, is coming this month. Probably towards the end of the month, but it's coming this month. So before February, Corporal and I are going to be able to play each other. The competitive scene is going to go off. We're partnered with Snap Clash, which is the organization that's going to run competitive Marvel Snap. Fate Maker got the Doctor Strange card last night. That's a good one if you have a move deck. I have Strange.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Move deck.
Move deck, the one where you move all the cards and they get buffed and stuff.
Ow! 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 Ow!
Ow! Yeah, that's what I'm playing. I have been playing a little. I treated myself to Need for Speed. Not Most Wanted. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit on the Switch. Because it was $7 over the holiday. So I've been messing around with that. It's a fun racing game. I let the little man take the wheel sometimes and crash into a police car. It's fun times.
It's a fun time to crash
now,
into a police car.
Before we get into what we played in 2022, our most anticipated game of 2023, we have a little announcement that...
Oh.
We were planning on making a year ago.
we announced it a year ago.
I think we announced it more than a year ago.
Yeah,
maybe. Well, we might have announced it a year ago. No, we probably did announce it about a year ago.
You
may notice this snazzy banner above our heads, and that banner is also able to be found on our brand new website, www.thenintendads.com. And it's live. Our website is finally here. Let's see. Maybe we should check. Make sure it's still up. Thenintendads.com. You're going to see our faces. There it is. A podcast for adult gamers and Nintendo-loving parents. I have said that so many times. Yeah, it's a little bare bones. We essentially wanted it so that it was easier to find us, so that when people were like, "Yay, Jessica in the chat," we essentially wanted it so we could have a place to refer people. So if people are like, because right now the conversation is, "Oh, how do I find the podcast?" And you go, just search the Nintendads, and there's going to be some other ones that haven't uploaded in a couple of years, but we're the red dot. Now we just say, go to the Nintendads.com. And you have all you need. You have all the places that we're...
The link is not clickable?
Because you didn't put https://.
Oh, boy, what nonsense. The pinned comment is. That's all that matters.
Yeah, so Nintendads.com, we have a lot more stuff planned for this website. We're probably going to put...
A lot more.
Some color commentary, some notes. There's going to be a lot more.
In my dream for this, for those of you who've been following along since the beginning, take a shot. You'll notice that when you're listening to the podcast, a lot of times we're scrolling through our notes and then we like laugh at each other and reference something that's written in the notes. A lot of times we leave jokes for one another in our notes as we're, building these episodes. So some of those things may make it onto the website. Maybe
not all of them.
Yeah, some of them are inappropriate.
Not all of them. We can't put our uncensored show notes. I mean, this episode could probably go up.
If we're referring to like a list of games, like our Valentine's Day episode, we listed a bunch of games that you can play with your partner. Case in point, It Takes Two is a great game that you can play with your partner. And we can link to a review of that game on our website and where you want to buy the game. And if we have, because we do have a partnership with Capcom for some games, so that anything that you purchase through Capcom using
the
link,
Nexus.
The Nexus link helps us and supports us. So if you're planning on buying a Capcom game anyway, you can use our Nexus link to purchase the game regardless. And there's no real major discount there, but if you're going to buy the game, you can buy it through them, and then we can get a kickback for promoting the game. So things like that will be available on the website. Corporal's Corner is an idea that I originally started before the Nintendads, which was basically just me writing reviews about different types of games and stuff. So game reviews may be up there at some point. Maybe we'll partner with some of our more fabulous streamer friends who hang out with us in chat, like TS Villa and
Fate Maker, who did a stream yesterday as a cob of corn.
And Fate Maker, who is a cob of corn. I totally missed that.
I have to go. I'm gonna watch that replay. I need to see it.
That sounds fabulous. Maybe we can partner with them for some reviews or some quick videos that we can put up, and those types of things.
We have a lot of plans. We have grand plans for the website, but the first step was getting it up, which took way longer than we thought it was going to. But there it is. I am also very proud of our partnerships page. We're going to be seeking sponsorships, partnerships with different companies, and we already have some big ones on there. Capcom, Emu, Liquid Bit, Resolution Games, Tribute Games. Like, we've done a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
So, that's the announcement. Website is up for all to enjoy. I'll make another post on the Discord probably here shortly. And then I'm going to have to go update every single platform and social media site with the new URL. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So I'm going to spend the rest of my Sunday doing. But you lot that are tuning in live, you're hearing it first. If you're listening to this on the podcast, you're hearing it second. But if you're watching it live, you're hearing it first. Okay, onward. 2022 in the rear view. What games? So Nintendo actually did a cool thing. They did a year in review. Spotify started this trend. Now everybody does it.
The Spotify Wrapped. Yep, this year is wrapped up. What are the results?
Yeah, so Nintendo did it, and they did a review of what you've played this year. So, Corporal, what game did you play the most in 2022, according to Nintendo's survey thing?
So if you're following me on TikTok, I actually posted this today because I was curious, and that's the best way Switch allows you to share things using their how many hours did you play. I posted my Switch screen of which game has the most play of all time. Of all time, the game with the most play is still Breath of the Wild, which is cool. Yay, Breath of the Wild. But in where is I need this?
My most played game on my Switch is still Super Smash Brothers, but Monster Hunter Rise is this close from taking the number one spot. I'm very surprised that it hasn't taken it over already.
So my most played game for 2022 is also Monster Hunter Rise, surprisingly enough, with a very close second, Pokemon Scarlet.
Really?
Yeah.
What? A close second?
Well, I played Pokemon Scarlet more than I played anything else.
Wait, so
even if you were to even go back to most played game of all time,
Breath of the Wild.
it is Breath of the Wild, Pokemon Scarlet, and then Monster Hunter Rise.
You played more Pokemon Scarlet, which released in November.
Yep.
You played more in 2 months than you have in almost 2 years.
2 years
for
of Monster Hunter Rise.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yes.
That's crazy.
So, Monster Hunter Rise is my most played game. But for 2022, Pokemon Scarlet.
But only because that Pokemon had a little bit of a late start to the year.
Yep.
Jeez. That's wild.
Play tame longest first. Yeah, so Breath of the Wild obviously is first. And with Breath of the Wild 2, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom coming out, I really want to replay Breath of the Wild. And if everybody in chat and our viewers who follow us, my name is Corporal. This is the Nintendads. Presto and I, we are co-hosts of this podcast, and we stream games and do a podcast twice a month, and we talk about video game news and dad things and Nintendo loving content. And I would like to replay Breath of the Wild, and if you want to watch me replay Breath of the Wild, tune in, and if you all chime off and send us messages and respond to polls and chats and votes and tweets and Instagram likes and whatnot, and tell us that you want to watch me play Breath of the Wild, I'll replay Breath of the Wild for you.
Just if you tell him that you would really like to see the Nintendads take on high rank Monster Hunter hunts.
Presto's got to do that regardless, but I might join along.
Yeah, we don't. We have a separate sheet for
this is
what the rest of the year
right here.
What the rest of the year looks like for our stream schedule, and there's a lot of games that we're going to talk about that are coming out that are definitely going to make an appearance. It's going to be kind of a weird year. There's a lot of odd titles coming out that don't really fit into things that we've previously done before.
Yeah.
But yes, so obviously my most played title of 2022 is Monster Hunter Rise, followed not even remotely closely by Splatoon 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, you know what my third most played game behind Splatoon 3 is? Splatoon 2.
Oh. Okay.
And then Super Mario Odyssey, which is only because my son got super, super into it.
Yeah.
We rented it from our local library, as one does. And then I got it for him for his birthday, and he wants to play it. He was playing it. He might be playing it right now, actually. My Switch isn't up here. And then Arceus.
So, funny enough, I have Zelda, Scarlet, Rise, then Pokemon Sword, then Smash, then Minecraft Dungeons, Risk of Rain, Mario Kart.
But this
8.
is by total time since forever.
Correct.
Okay, I'm just talking about just this year. I'm looking at my Nintendo Wrapped thing.
You're Wrapped.
Yeah, I can't look at my total thing because
your Switch is downstairs. Yeah.
Little man's got it.
Let me see where my Wrapped is.
Little over 100 hours in Destiny 2, too repetitive. God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok, 140 hours between the two. Yeah, I've enjoyed watching you play some of that.
So yeah, it's Monster Hunter Rise, Scarlet, and Arceus.
Are the top 3 for this year.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Are there any games that you slept on that you wish you hadn't?
So, because I've already talked about it already, It Takes Two came out much later, and obviously on other platforms before it came to Switch. But I've been playing It Takes Two, which I thought was a phenomenal game that I should have been playing at launch. There's a lot of cooperative play that are with that. Obviously, I'm playing the Switch Fit Ring Fit Adventure, which technically is 2 years old, and it's not that bad. It has a storyline to it. It's interesting, considering that it's considered a workout app. It's got a good enough draw to it.
Yeah. I will say, I don't know if there's any games that I really slept on that came out this year that I wish I would have gotten into sooner. I am having a lot of fun with Blast On, the VR game.
Okay.
And we just recently started playing Demeo again. Both games are made by Resolution Studios.
Yeah.
Demeo, I kind of wish that we had kept playing consistently because we got back into it again. We streamed and finally beat the first campaign in the last 2 weeks. And it was super fun. And then we tried another campaign and we realized how completely outclassed we are and not ready for the harder levels. And I feel like if we would have kept playing it, we would be, like, more savvy about it.
King Boo, I'm totally sorry. With everything that's going on, the 4 screens I got, I totally missed your comment. We'll circle back around to Marvel Snap here in a quick minute because we're going to talk about it here, so stay tuned. And Underground 2 is the GOAT. I have not played Underground, but I hear a lot of great things about it.
Wait. Underground, is that is that the backyard survival game?
Well, he's talking about Underground 2. It's the racing game.
Oh, Need for Speed. Yeah,
Need for Speed Underground 2. Yeah.
Actually, this I'm glad you said that because this might be a game that I can see myself playing, that I haven't had a chance to try, but is, like, very good, and I believe is out on Switch now. Grounded. Have you heard of this game?
No.
I'm almost afraid to tell you about it, because it's right up your alley. So, Grounded is an open world... let's see if there's a more accurate... it's a first-person multiplayer survival game, where the premise is you get shrunk down and you're in, like, a backyard and you have to survive. And you, like... It's similar to Minecraft in, like, you gather resources and you build a base and you fight enemies, but all the enemies are, like, spiders and, like, snakes and, like, because you're tiny. You're like this big. And you're creating, like, a bow and arrow out of, like, a nail and, like, a needle and stuff. And I've never played it, but it's gotten really good reviews. A lot of people have played it. It's been in early access, I think, for the past year or two. But it's like multiplayer survival. It kind of is like Valheim, but a little more nuanced with the stuff that you can craft.
Okay.
So I've slept on that game. I haven't tried it, and I want to. And then, yeah, Blast On is that VR game. It's like a dueling VR game. And it was $20, and now it's free to play. And I tried it, and it is really fun. It's a workout. You will sweat. You will sweat.
Yeah, I played some Blast On. You're locked onto a pad. You can't move around very far, but you can dodge, weave, duck, and jump and stuff. It can be pretty competitive. I wish it was a
Tom
little bit
liked
more...
the stream. Sorry, I missed that. Welcome in.
Welcome in, Tom. I wish it was a little bit more fast-paced. I think it could be faster.
Yeah, it's some of those. Sometimes the battles do get dragged out a little bit. One game that I actually do want to play that I might just treat myself and bite the bullet and get is Zenith.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Spider-Man.
Oh, no, I mean, I do also want to treat myself and get that. But Zenith is that VR MMO that the more time goes on, the more positive things I've been hearing about it, and it keeps getting expansions.
Okay.
If I can talk you into it, I might get it. Because it's MMO, it's better to play with friends.
Do you still have Xbox Game Pass?
No.
Okay.
I haven't had that in years. No, I think I had it last year. Anyway, what's next here? Late Discovery. I feel like that also is like what we just talked about. Late Discovery.
Yeah, so, for me, I purposely wrote Late Discovery because while I was very much aware of the game, simply because of the podcast and our circle of friends, I did not play Elden Ring until only a couple months ago. And I totally should have been playing that sooner.
I told you when it came out, I got it. I said, you would like this. It's very hard, but you would like it.
Yep.
It is. I need to play more. I got like halfway through and then I stopped because I was at a part that just felt like work.
There's games like The Last of Us and Banjo-Kazooie are games that I will always go back and replay, and I feel like Elden Ring is too big of a game for me to go back and replay, but I find myself wanting to be back in that world every once in a while.
Yeah, it's cool. I have a lot of fun with it. I play Elden Ring the exact same way I play Breath of the Wild, in that I run out, I explore, I find things, it feels good, and then eventually I'm like, okay, I have to progress the story, I have to go into the big bad dungeon, and then I go into the big bad dungeon, I get halfway through, and then I'm just like, I'm gonna take a little break, and then I stop playing, and then I get back into it a year later. And I'm like, oh, I'm in this crazy dungeon. I don't know what's going on. I need to go explore a little bit to readjust. I go out, I explore, I go back to the dungeon, I lose interest again. That's my cycle with these types of games. This is going to be a crazy one. I'm throwing fuel on the fire for chat and certain people in Discord to take some shots at me here.
Okay.
But a game that I really started playing this year that I had never seriously made an effort to learn is Street Fighter Third Strike. And that game came out 25 years ago. Yeah. Because I finally got Fightcade working. Fightcade is an emulator that gives multiplayer functionality to retro games. So you can go on there and you can play if you want The Simpsons, old arcade games that don't have modern equivalents. But it's mostly used for fighting games and older fighting games like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 era. And I played Third Strike on the 30th anniversary or 35th anniversary edition. No, 30th anniversary edition of Street Fighter. Playing Street Fighter on Nintendo controllers hurts my body and it hurts my soul. But I did get Third Strike working on Fightcade, and I played it and I learned it, and it's fun. And it's really hard, and the community's got a 20-year head start, so I don't play it super often. But I finally played it. I can do some things. And I don't know if there's a later... I don't think I've ever gotten into a game so late after its release. This is
Really? Okay.
Well, Third Strike came out so long ago.
Yeah. I would say the Hitman series is probably the oldest game that I've got into way after its release.
Way after, yeah.
So, real quick, I'm going through some things that are on my game to-do list. Games I wish I had played more of in 2022. And the first game, hiya, lovesies, Bates Motel 6, welcome in, how's it going? Games that I wish I had played more of in 2022, and the top one that I have on my list is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. I loved this game. I wish I played more of it. It's got a decent online multiplayer. I wish I had more friends to grind with it to get all the way to the end. So I'm
You've beaten it, though.
No.
Are you kidding me?
I have gotten really far in the game, but I have not beaten it. Because I keep replaying it with the kids. Like, we get to a certain point, and then the three of us will play it again.
I know, but you have story mode. You could just continue.
Haven't done it.
I've beaten the game like 6 times.
Well, then
probably
maybe we
10
should
times.
Bates Motel says, I'm heading home from MagFest. Really?
Oh, wow. How was it? It looked really fun. I want to go. I want to go to PAX East. I want to go to MagFest. There's a couple that I want to go to. I can't believe you never played to the end. Then are there characters that you still haven't unlocked?
No, I've gotten, besides...
No, I think you have to beat the game to unlock everybody, no? Do you have Casey Jones unlocked?
Yes.
Then you have beaten the game, because you have to beat the story to unlock Casey Jones. I'm almost positive.
Bates Motel says it was effing awesome.
Yes, that's cool. I think you've beaten the game.
Is there a game from another console or another system that you wish you had played?
That came out this year, or just in general?
Let's just say
Spider-Man, Miles Morales. I had it on my wish list. I said I was gonna get it, and I didn't. Now you've sent me down the rabbit hole of games that came out this year that I wanted to play that I didn't get to play. Another big one that I'm still like, how did I not get it, is Neon White.
Oh,
Neon
yeah,
White. Neon White. The demo. I did like an hour on the end of one of my streams of the demo, and it's super fun. And I forget. I think it came out like a couple days before Pokemon, and I never got it. And I have it on my wish list, and I still haven't gotten it, and I need to. Yeah, Neon White. Spider-Man Miles Morales. It's another one that I can't think of.
The one game from another console that I really wish that I had played was Stray.
Stray! Ooh, yeah. Stray.
That cat game.
Yeah.
Looks so beautiful. I like the idea of playing as a cat. It's very artistic art style type thing. Like, I'm all about those slow-paced, cozy games.
You never did you play Animal Crossing?
Yes, but not very much.
So actually, okay, this is a better way to do it. And maybe this should have just been the question.
Okay.
So I just loaded up my Nintendo wish list.
Oh.
That's how we have to do this.
Let's.
Why am I looking at this? This is a bad idea. This is a terrible idea, because a bunch of these games are on sale right now too. Oh Lord, are we really doing this in the middle of an episode? Okay.
Bates Motel says Super Turbo was fun, and I beat Blackbeard Slim in a few rounds.
Oh wow! Damn! Hats off to you. That man is a beast. He is my May inspiration for Guilty Gear, and I would never want to tangle with him in any Street Fighter game. Maybe in 6 when it comes out. So this is a quick rundown of how many times can I kick myself in a row from not getting these games on my wish list. At the top of the... I think this is in, like, chronological order that I put them on here. Rogue Legacy 2. I'm very close to getting on the Switch. It's a roguelite. Nintendo Fathers! JoJo, what's up? I said it before. Somebody came in and I was like, Nintendo Fathers. That's what JoJo would say if she was here. Welcome in. I'm glad you made it.
Welcome in, JoJo.
I referenced you earlier. We're talking about games in 2022 that we wish we made time for.
I am buying one of these games right now.
No! So, my list, real quick. Rogue Legacy 2 came out on Switch. Looks amazing. I'm probably going to get it at some point. Castlevania Advanced Collection, 40% off. Castlevania Circle of the Moon is my favorite Castlevania game of all time. Probably only because I never played Symphony of the Night. But yeah, Castlevania Advanced Collection is on there. Happy New Year. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion, also on there. A new game. I never played the original. I love Final Fantasy VII. I'm probably going to get that one too at some point. Bravery and Greed.
Oh, why is that not on my list?
We played the demo. I don't think we ever played the demo together.
No, we didn't get a
But
chance to.
that is a co-op roguelite that I also want to get. That looks really fun. That the demo was really fun. The multiplayer was sketchy in the demo, which has kind of caused some hesitancy. That's the one that came out one day before Pokemon. Or it came out on the same day as Pokemon.
Is it spelled and, or is it the and symbol?
And. Spelled okay. And, yeah. Bravery and Greed. Temtem is on my list. I think I put that one on my list after I was sort of getting bored with Pokemon Violet. And then Neon White. Rivals of Ether is on here, but that one's kind of old. That one's been on there for a while. But yeah, Neon White's on there. Splatoon 3 is on there.
Bravery and Greed is only $19.
It sure is.
It looks like it's worth buying.
I don't know. Listen, you can't just go buying co-op games because we need to fit it into the schedule. There's too many games. We're running into that problem again. Disney Speedstorm also, I know I'm getting ahead of myself now, but Disney Speedstorm is also on my list and also still hasn't come out.
Yeah.
So, there's so many things on my wish list that I already, got. That I'm, taking off the list. Alright.
Blackbeard Slim, yo, welcome in.
Yo, we were just talking about you too. What is happening? Every single person that we mention shows up.
So, just start naming all of our fans, and hopefully this chat just gets filled up. So, I have Hades on my wish list, but I also own Hades on the Xbox. So does that count?
You've only played 20 minutes of it, so yes, it counts. You have not played it to its extent.
So I've added Bravery and Greed on here. I want to play Super Mario 3D World Bowser's Fury, because I haven't played Bowser's Fury.
Bowser's Fury was okay.
Is it? But on here, it still shows up as $60. I don't know if I want to spend $60 for that.
No, we rented it from the library, and we beat Super Mario 3D World completely in 2 weeks because we extended the time, and then we played a little bit of Bowser's Fury. Bowser's Fury.
Happy New Year to you too, JoJo.
Happy New Year. Have you played Mario Odyssey?
I played it, yes. Own it, no.
Mario Odyssey may be the best 3D Mario platformer game that I've
Slim
played.
is who I was at MagFest West, Bates Motel says.
Oh, nice.
He's driving us home.
Oh, cool.
Bates Motel and Blackbeard Slim are hanging out.
Eventually, we're going to end up at one of these fests and starting to run into people, which will be really cool.
I'm going to say it now, and I'm going to say it for the first time on stream.
Uh-oh.
But I live in Florida, and Universal is in the process of building Nintendo World.
Oh, yeah. The one in
If I'm not
California is opening this year.
Yeah, I think it opens in February.
When the one in Florida opens up,
Yes.
we may need to take a little trip.
I'm all about this.
We might have to take a little trip.
So the next game that I have on my list is Pokemon Snap, although I think I may delete it because I don't know.
Yeah, it's just nostalgia.
Yeah, that's really all it is. There's a game called Red Lantern that it consistently goes on sale. It's right now $9 because it's 60% off. It's like a bobsledding game, like out in the wilderness survival type thing while you're bobsledding. And
What?
you hunt like the animals around you to survive, and you put them on your bobsled, and your dogs like go through the snow.
Dog sledding.
Yes.
Bobsledding is so different.
Sure. Okay.
Because bobsledding's the one where the little guys get in the sled and then they shoot around the course like cool.
Yeah,
runnings.
where you ride Bob. You get on top of Bob's back and you ride Bob.
No, listen.
The next game I have on my list is Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity, which is that hack and slash game.
Yeah, Dynasty Warriors style.
I'm a big Zelda fan, and this has a lot of backstory prior to Breath of the Wild. So I want to play it, but I don't want to pay $60 for it.
That's another local library rental.
It's why it's on my list so that I can take a look at it.
Yeah.
You and I talked about Screen Cheat Unplugged, but I don't think we ever pulled the plug on it. It's like 4 different characters, and you are hiding from each other, and you get to
maybe that
use different abilities to hunt each other down. I've always wanted to get the kids into playing the Harry Potter Lego collection games because of the entire series, but that is a timed thing.
Just get the Star Wars.
I'm waiting for them to read the books before I have them play the game.
Oh man, by the time they read the books, the new game's going to be out.
I mean, maybe.
It might even be out for Switch someday.
There's another game called Kentucky Route Zero. Yet again,
I've heard of that one.
It is a beautiful looking game, and I really want to play it. Yet again, I just don't know if I want to spend the $25 on it yet because I've got so many.
Yeah, a lot of these I have on here just so I get an email when they go on sale.
Shovel Knight is on here, which
solid. Yeah, I've never played that either.
Played already. Way back when we started our podcast, we had talked about doing the Nintendads Olympics because the Olympics was coming out at the same time, and I had put on my wish list Mario and Sonic Olympic Games for Tokyo 2020.
So weird because my son was just watching a clip of people playing that game.
Oh,
it
really?
It was like Mario boxing and beating the absolute piss out of Yoshi. And I was like, "What are you watching?" He's like, "I don't know. It has Mario." And then it was like Mario throwing a javelin. I was like, "Oh, this is the Olympics game." It actually looks super legit.
It's currently 40% off, so it's only $35.
I am going
$35
to go so much lower.
Yeah,
I could buy half of my wish list for $35 with what's on sale right now.
Bates Motel says, 2022 was my first year back into gaming. LOL, I'm a newbie, but 2023 is going to be my year to bust into exploring more games. I've been playing Guilty Gear and Super Turbo, and I'm now waiting to check out newer games. Guilty Gear RXD, I have been playing most, but since Strive has tournaments, I'll be playing more of that now. Plus, I love Happy Chaos.
Yes. Oh, I hate Happy Chaos.
There's another game that's on this list that I'm going to delete, but it's Dead by Daylight because I have it on Xbox.
Oh, yeah. Also, Bates, Street Fighter 6. I'm going to be playing a lot of Street Fighter 6 when it comes out. Absolutely. Gonna be playing it. So, I will see you on the battleground. Neon White, not on your list?
Neon White was your thing. I don't know if I will play it if it's on sale and it's a good price.
Actually, I think it's on Game Pass.
Oh, well then I'll play it.
I think it's on Game Pass. I could be wrong, but I think it's on Game Pass. Okay, man. Rogue Legacy is really hard not to buy right now. I need to close this page. I need to close the page. Alright, so now that we've wallowed in our regret of games never played, what is coming out in 2023 that we are looking at?
There's a lot of games that are coming
It's funny because when we did our year in review in October, I felt like I remember specifically saying, 2023 is going to be kind of a quiet year. There's not that many games that I'm looking forward to. But now that's not even close to being true. Yeah.
There's one game that before we move forward real quick, there's one game that I haven't checked out and I want to check out. And now that I'm realizing that it's on Xbox Game Pass and cloud gaming, I'm going to check out. And it's Somerville. Somerville.
Huh.
Video game. Let's see if I can pull up.
I would say if there's one game that you need to revisit in your backlog that's worth playing more of, it's Hades.
Yeah.
It really is.
I mean, Hades 2 is coming out, so I have to play Hades.
Yeah. You need to play Hades. You need to beat, because there's no beating the game, right? But you need to make it through a run, like, at least a few times. Because every time you complete a run, it advances the story in significant ways.
So, talking about 2023, right? Marvel Snap. I'm just going to circle back for Bates Motel's purpose.
Snap. Wait! Before people who are just getting in now, Slim, Bates, we have a website. The Nintendads.com is live. There it is.
Woo!
It's got this cool picture as the header, which is why this picture exists. We're not coming out with a new album, although it looks like it. But yeah, Nintendads.com. Okay, proceed.
Woohoo! Anyway, so Marvel Snap is a mobile game. It's on Steam and on your phone. It's free. And it's... You collect different cards as you play, and each card is a different character and has a different abilities and attacks and whatnot. So you can play those cards to attack your opponent while he plays similar cards to attack you. And when you play, there's 3 locations on the map, and you can play your card at any one of the 3 locations. And sometimes you can do cards that buff your cards. Sometimes you can do cards that will enhance other characters or unlock certain things. And your opponent can play cards, and then you can play cards that can prevent your opponent from doing certain moves or just attacking. And the game is won by winning as many of the locations as possible.
And there's only 6 turns. It's a 6-turn game.
Six-turn game, and you can only play so many cards each turn.
Yeah, because you only have a certain amount of energy.
As you play the game, you unlock more cards, and there's more decks for you to unlock. And that's one of the collecting parts of this, is that you can collect as many cards as you can, and then you can build specialty decks, because there are certain cards that have certain abilities. When played with other cards with other types of abilities, can create a deck that can give you really great abilities. My favorite deck that I currently play is the Odin deck, which when you play the Odin card, every other card in your hand that is on the field that has an on-reveal type of move, meaning that when you reveal the card, it does something. When you play the Odin card, he repeats all of the on-reveal cards. So if you've got a card that on reveal also creates a +7 tiger to attack your enemy, when you play Odin, it creates another +7 tiger to attack your enemy. So, like, the Odin deck can be the last card you play and can really help swing the tide. There's a lot of different decks, and there's a lot of
Hold on, I have to jump in. So I don't know if you're in Series 3 yet, in Pool 3.
No.
There's a card, an infamous card, called Wong. He's the guy from Doctor Strange. He's like Doctor Strange's assistant, and he's like the librarian in the movie. Wong I think he's a 3-cost card, or maybe, no, he's 4-cost card. When you put him down, he makes it so that any card played at that location does its on reveal ability twice.
Oh.
And it stacks with Odin.
Does it really?
So if you play Wong, Tiger, and Odin, when you put the Tiger down, I'm sorry for anybody who doesn't play Marvel Snap, but when you play the Tiger, it creates 2 cards, and then when you play Odin, it refreshes the Tiger, which plays another 2 cards, and then Odin gets refreshed by Wong, and then does the Tiger again, and then Tiger play. Basically, you fill the entire board with Tigers. If you play that combination of cards, you just win.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, it's nuts. I have that. That's my on reveal deck now, and it's bonkers.
If you have that, I would play the Tiger and then skip every round until the very end, and then just double down.
Well, the Tiger is a 5-cost card. Wong is a 4-cost card, and Odin is a 6-cost card. So it's just 4, 5, 6. You cannot play. You can play those 3 cards, and that's it.
That's what I'm saying. You cannot skip round 1, skip round 2, skip round 3, and then play 4, play 5, and play 6.
I also have the Doctor Doom card, and Doctor Doom generates 2 bots, 2 5-power bots, to go on the other 2 locations, and you could do the same thing with him. But then you just run out of space.
So,
anyway, Marvel Snap
is a great game, and one of the reasons why we're talking about it is because we've partnered with Snap Clash, and they are a competitive Marvel Snap community, and soon this year, maybe in the next month or 2, they're going to release the I'm going to call it the multiplayer, or the competitive battle mode for Marvel Snap mobile game. So Presto and I will be able to compete against each other. So for those of you who are watching on Facebook can watch Presto's side, and those of you who are watching on Twitch can watch my side and watch us battle each other, which I think is going to be phenomenal. So we can't wait for that to come out. So that is our most anticipated mobile game coming out
mobile
in 2023.
Game, yeah. Even though we're going to be playing it on PC.
The Switch very well could benefit from this game. I wish they would release it on the Switch, but
I think Marvel Snap has more like depth and nuance, and I've had more fun with it than a lot of full $60 console release games this year.
Yeah. Something to think about.
I would say I have enjoyed, and I've played a lot more Marvel Snap than I've played the new Pokemon game.
I'm catching up on chat over here on Twitch. Base Motel. Oh, yes, that's right. I love Snap. Hell yeah. Love you all. I got to go and flex my decks. I only have 5 at the moment, but I think I can fluff out 9. The first time I created another deck, I screwed myself so bad. I love listening. Snap is very, very fun and very cool.
Yeah.
And that, I've not made it that far, but Blackbeard is deep into Snap, further than myself. Then finally, Blackbeard and I will be able to battle, because he stopped playing chess with me. LOL.
Yeah, Snap, I feel like there's some dry points in Snap where it's like a little bit hard to progress, but like I went from like I was like collection level like 400 or 500, and I was like, oh man, this is gonna take forever, and then I blinked and now I'm at like 1100. Like you just snap and there it goes. So 2023 games that are coming out that are unreleased as of right now. Obviously, we've mentioned this one, Hades 2.
Yes.
Going to be an absolute banger. The little indie that basically threw the roguelike genre into the mainstream and is now the reason why we have a billion roguelikes, some of which are pretty good. Tell me not to buy Rogue Legacy on sale. Just tell me don't. No. I keep looking at it.
JoJo has been following us for 641 days. I'm just now seeing.
Whoa!
The
I didn't see
chat.
that. My Facebook chat is actually working in Streamlabs for once, but it didn't. The bot didn't proc. I thought it wasn't working.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, gee. That's a lot of days. That's a lot of days.
Follow age.
Oh, don't make me do it.
Because JoJo's gonna beat me? Is that what it was?
Maybe.
Oh, no. I beat JoJo. 1,027 days.
Alright. You want to play this game?
I do want to play this game.
Alright.
Have you been following us longer than I have?
Have I?
You've beat me by 100 days. Jesus.
I don't know how.
160 days.
I don't think anybody has a longer thing than me because I created the page.
Yeah, you created the page. That's.
Anywho, Hades 2 is coming out. Speaking of roguelikes, Risk of Rain 1 is getting a revamp and re-release.
Risk of Rain 2 is what's on the Switch, and we've all played it a bunch of times. And Risk of Rain 2 is a phenomenal game. But Risk of Rain 2 is a 3D world, whereas Risk of Rain 1 obviously is older, and it's a 2D side-scroller, but of the same genre and concept. I can't wait for this to come out.
This looks really cool. I never played the original. I'm not going to play the original. I'm just going to wait for the remake to come out. It's going to have better multiplayer functionality. I'm pretty excited for it. We will be streaming that one, for sure.
Definitely.
Armored Core 6. I played Armored Core, one of the Armored Core games on PlayStation 2. And it's basically a mech. It's a mech game. But it's made by From Software, which is known for Souls-like games and is now known for Elden Ring. So imagine if the makers of Elden Ring made a mech game. And Armored Core is basically you build your mech and you put different weapons, you put different systems, but you have to be very conscious of what you're putting into it because you have to manage your heat. You have to manage your energy consumption. Like, imagine if building your own gaming PC was crossed with, like, a Gundam game. That's Armored Core. Mm-hmm. And it's going to have multiplayer. Online multiplayer, which previous games did not. I mean, they had, like, a dual mode where you could, like, play versus people. But I think this one's going to have some more robust, hopefully co-op multiplayer. So I'm excited. That's probably going to be a PC game. There's no shot that it's coming to Switch.
The next game coming out for 2023 that we are excited about is Diablo 4.
Oh, spicy.
Do you like the devil? Do you like hell?
Are you asking about Activision Blizzard, or are you asking about, like...
So yes, the game is being produced and distributed by Activision Blizzard, which are
we excited about it? So here's the thing. I like Diablo 3. I like Diablo 3 a lot. I did not like Diablo 2 very much. But I feel like I played it this year and it did not age well. I think I would have liked it if I played it when it first came out. Everything that I've seen for Diablo 4 so far looks phenomenal. The only thing that is preventing me... Oh my god, Blast Me. I know. The only thing... Over here. I mean, it's rightfully so. Diablo 2 is the grandfather of modern action RPGs. But it's just... Diablo 2 is the best one. I could talk at length about why I don't really like Diablo 2.
Diablo 2 is definitely the best one within the larger Diablo community because I feel like a lot of them were sucked in with Diablo 1. There were things that they wished they improved on, and they delivered on all of that with Diablo 2. So a lot of people really found their stride and their passion with Diablo 2.
I hate everything you say now.
I think that because you and I came into the Diablo series much later, that it didn't age well for us, and therefore it's not as enjoyable.
It didn't age well, but beyond that, it's like, okay, Diablo 2, I have to research my build before I start playing the game, because if you make one mistake, you have to respec. And it's like, it's just too, I feel like there's not a lot of experimentation that you can do with builds and abilities. It's like, okay, if you're playing a class, there's like 2 or 3 like options to have a valid endgame build. Anyway, I digress. Diablo 4, grumble. I like everything that I've seen so far, but as a lifetime fan and player of Blizzard games, I will not underestimate Blizzard's ability to screw things up. Because that's what they do. If I were to describe Blizzard's superpower in the last couple of years, it's to have a good idea and to absolutely take a dump on the execution.
Yeah.
And a lot of that is fueled by Overwatch. Oh, they're definitely going to mess it up. That's what I'm worried about.
Who is defending Diablo and loves Diablo, anticipates that it's going to be screwed up because of them. I love that.
Yeah. I wanna be excited, but I am tempering my expectations because
I apologize for those of you who are listening at home on the podcast version. We are live and we are responding to people in chat, so join the conversation.
The only good thing they did was remaster 2 and put it on the Switch. We got into 3 on the Switch and the multiplayer didn't work.
Did I? I don't remember. Did I sell?
Half the time, I think you did. I think we all did. Half the time we would go to play Diablo 3 on the Switch, the multiplayer lobbies would not let us connect. So we all ditched it on the Switch, and we all got it again on PC. But I liked playing it better on the Switch. I really liked playing it with a controller. But it just,
it was a known glitch with the Switch where it wouldn't allow multiplayer to connect.
The performance was great. Everything about that port was great, except the multiplayer. I feel like I'm talking about Splatoon 3 again.
Or
that was... I don't think we talked about it, but we should have. Biggest letdown of 2022, I think, was Splatoon for me. Because I was so excited. It's such a good game. I'm
sorry, but Splatoon 1 was the best Splatoon made. Splatoon 2 improved on a lot of things, but it was not the better Splatoon. And Splatoon 3, while also improved on some things and added new concepts, was just as disappointing as Splatoon 2.
I think Splatoon 3 has the best gameplay. I think I like Splatoon 3's gameplay over 1 and 2, but the online issues in 3 are just almost as bad as 2.
Yeah.
Not quite as bad, but almost as bad. Weird, I have no issues with it. I'm assuming you're talking about Diablo 3. Sometimes Diablo 3 would work fantastic. I was either able to connect with you or to connect with Nick Yeti without an issue every time.
Diablo 3 had a known networking issue. And at the time, Yeti and Presto were in the same state. And here I am down in Florida. Yeti could connect to me, and me and Yeti could play. I could connect to Presto, and Presto and I could play. But Presto and Yeti could not connect to each other.
That's what it was.
So I had to be available for the 3 of us to play. And because I was the one with the most restricted schedule, the 2 of them couldn't play with each other, which frustrated them both, and they ended up getting rid of the game.
Yeah. It was very annoying.
First time in chat, dumb monkey doo-doo. Way to come in strong, my man. That was beautiful. And Dum Dum says, how much is your PC? Oh. Wow. Okay. So I have a custom built PC that's, I don't even know all the specs because it's been such a while, but I put like, I don't know, 1,300 into it.
I think mine was about the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all AMD. I think I have a Ryzen. I don't know. I'm trying to look. No, I don't know. Yeah. So, yeah. Diablo 4 looks amazing. Blizzard, not a great track record for their last couple games and releases, so we'll see. But the next game on the list I am very excited for. Street Fighter 6. I was a part of...
Dum, sorry, I'm going to just jump in. Dum, I've got an Intel Core i7 system is what I'm currently running, obviously on Windows 10.
And you have NVIDIA yes. Graphics card, right?
I have an NVIDIA graphics card. I don't remember exactly which graphics card I have, but it's dope, and it can overclock, but I have no need to overclock it.
If you overclock it in that small space, you're going to have a fire.
My little closet.
So, Street Fighter 6, I was lucky enough to be in the closed beta, both of the closed betas, and this is the most fun I've had off the bat with a fighting game since Guilty Gear. The mechanics are very fun. The modern controls really make it easy for an execution input scrub like me who cannot do dragon punches regularly. Get in and understand the game and be able to have fun with it. I'm very much looking forward to Street Fighter 6. And it's crossplay. Finally, a fighting game that's coming out on release with crossplay. Even Guilty Gear didn't get crossplay until like last month. So this is going to be the first major fighting game release that has PC and console crossplay. Besides, I think DNF Fighter had it, but who cares about that game? Street Fighter 6 is going to be awesome. I'm going to stream it. Obviously, we're part of the Capcom Creators Program. Right there, you can see it. Right here, you can see it. I got it. Oh, I got to turn it around because it's mirrored. Boom. So we will be playing. I will be playing a lot of that. I'm gonna try to suck Corporal into it, but I'm probably not gonna. Be successful.
I got Mortal Kombat, like 10 or 11 on the Xbox, and my wife was a big Mortal Kombat fan, so she beat the game, and I played halfway through. Like I'm not a huge fighting game.
I'm telling you, the modern controls make it so approachable. So, dare I say, the dirty A word, accessible.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say amateur.
No, look at we could do FGC ASMR. Wow, what an acronym! Imagine doing your super at the end of a long combo by just hitting 2 buttons and burning 3 bars of meter. Amazing. Okay, I'm done. Creepy. Blackbeard, Slim, and what's his name are in the car looking at each other right now, being like, "What?"
Bates, Blackbeard and Bates.
Yeah, Blackbeard and Bates. What is going on? Why are we? This just got really awkward.
This is disturbing.
Anyway, yeah, Street Fighter 6. I'm excited for it.
What else? Says I'm trying to save up for a PC. Been saving up for a little bit of a year, see how much I can get. You can get, so it really depends on what you're trying to do with it. If you're really trying to do like streaming and like hardcore graphics gaming, you may need to spend something close to like a grand.
You
11,
can
12.
you can get an entry level gaming PC for like $600 now.
Yes,
because the
yes.
graphics cards have finally dropped in price to a reasonable amount. So,
but if you are trying to stream things, you're going to need to look for specific stats and stuff. Although somewhere in our community, you can either join our Discord channel or find him in chat.
Fate Maker
just recently purchased a gaming laptop that does his streaming, and he did his research in order to get something that worked for his budget. And he may be
there's
able
reasonable
to point you in the right
computers.
direction.
The prices are so reasonable. We might even be able to talk Nick Yeti into finally getting on the PC wagon again. But he'll never forgive me for the time I spent playing Overwatch. So
yeah.
What else? What's next?
I threw it on the list just because it should be mentioned. This is my Oculus. Oculus is phenomenal. Oculus is price point.
Well, this is my Oculus.
What the hell? Show off. Oculus is amazing. Virtual reality is a great way to enjoy games.
Corporal and I are going to get into Zenith, the first MMO.
Maybe. But there's a lot of games that are cross-play, cross-platform on the Oculus with PC.
I wouldn't say a lot of games.
There's more than what you think. Maybe not Oculus, but there's other headsets that are available that are Steam approved.
Oh,
cross-platform stuff.
Technically, yeah.
So, I mean, Oculus games have a lot of great things to do. If you've been following us for a short amount of time, you don't need to take a shot because you need to do better. We have played Demio, which is a tabletop style game, a top-down game. Think of Dungeons and Dragons. Think of Monopoly with magic. I don't know how you want to describe that, but
Monopoly with magic.
It's in VR. You have your hands and you can move the chess pieces around as you attack your bad guys. They have partnered with PC developers and have created a PC version of the game. So if you own it on the Oculus, you can also launch the desktop version and play it on the computer. So in our streams, that's what we've been doing. But we have talked a lot about how it'd be great if we could fight each other. And Demio has announced, along with their PC version, they are going to do a PvP update to the game.
Yes.
So the game is phenomenal. If you like D&D games, but you also like video games, this is absolutely perfect for you.
Yeah, even if you don't have a headset, playing it on base PC on Steam is just also awesome.
There is something to be said about the immersion of playing on the Oculus, but I understand that having that type of headset is a price point and a gate that not everybody can get through. But having it on a simple computer is phenomenal. And if that, not having a computer is a problem for you, just hang tight because it is also releasing on PlayStation.
Yeah. Another one coming out this year. I think it's coming out, unless it gets delayed again.
Dum monkey doo-doo. The Oculus is literally the reason I need a PC. I bought the wrong one, and now I need a PC to use it. Yes, Oculus is phenomenal, and you can do Steam with a Steam cord or an Oculus cord, a Link cord. You can connect to your Steam library, and there's a lot of games that are available.
And then you can play. Then you can play No Man's Sky.
Yep.
In VR,
although,
which is crazy.
I will warn you, need to have a PC that can handle No Man's Sky.
Yeah, No Man's Sky on PC VR is nuts, but it will destroy your life and your computer. Hogwarts Legacy is coming out this year, maybe.
This year, maybe. I will say I am a huge Harry Potter fan. I love Harry Potter. I think that the story is magical, whimsical, and can really suck you in. And I cried for Dobby. Poor Dobby.
I only feel bad for Dobby now because the dog that I have looks like Dobby.
Oh.
Actually, she's crying at the door. Hold on, I'm going to go get her. She's coming on stream. Continue your talk.
So Hogwarts Legacy is coming out. My real reason for being sad for Hogwarts Legacy is that it's coming out on the Switch, or excuse me, it's coming out on newer versions of the console in a couple months. But then it's going to come out.
This is my Dobby.
Oh, Dobby. Hi, Penny. She's adorable. Oh my
She does
God!
also enjoy
I can't
socks.
wait. I want this. I want to see my house common room finally. Yes. So the problem that I have though, JoJo, is that the newer version of consoles, the game is coming out like next month. The older version of consoles, it's coming out like 2 months after that, and then the Switch version of the game is not coming out until like July, which I'm mad about. I'm mad about. I want my wife and I wants to play it, so I'll probably have to buy it on console. But we may need to get our hands on a newer Xbox or a newer PlayStation in order to play it right away.
Her breath. She's been eating socks.
I
think her breath.
No, I think I'm okay.
Her breath is awful. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get this game. I might.
You probably won't because it's not multiplayer.
If I don't get the right house, I will riot.
So JoJo, I don't know if you know this, but you can. They've already announced this, that you can link your Hogwarts Legacy game account with the official Harry Potter website.
Really?
It used to be called Pottermore, but they have recently upgraded and adapted more things. I don't know what it's called now, but you can link your account to the old Pottermore website, the Harry Potter official Potter website, and you can join your houses, you can join your wand, and whatever your hippogriff. Is it hippogriff? Not hippogriff. A Patronus. Whatever your Patronus is. So if you want to follow the path that you have already established for yourself on the website, you can. But if...
Definitely don't have 5 accounts.
That was great. Definitely don't have 5 accounts.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to link, you can just go ahead and play Hogwarts Legacy and
that
go
is pretty
through
cool.
The thing there. So yeah.
I'm interested. It's possible. It's possible that I'll get this game, and I'm probably just gonna let you take that one.
I'm fine with that.
Also, I feel the same way about the next game, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. I might get this one. I'm more likely to get this than I am to get Hogwarts.
Yet again, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom is not going to be multiplayer. As much as I wanted it to be, Nintendo, I wanted them to release a game where, if you wanted to, you could have Zelda and Link play together.
Co-op Zelda, it would have sold me. This would have gone to I'm probably not going to buy it to I'm pre-ordering it if they had incorporated
play the game
any sort of
completely
multiplayer.
on your own, just like Pokemon. But you can then join each other and battle people like together.
Pokemon also...
Link walks alone. He does.
Pokemon also on my list of disappointing things for 2022 with the multiplayer.
You wish that there was more multiplayer.
I wish you could do more. Maybe in DLC. If they announce some cool stuff in DLC with multiplayer, I will reevaluate my relationship with the game.
These next 2 games I'm not familiar with.
Oh, yeah. So, Exoprimal, another game that I'm sort of on the fence about. Exoprimal is a team-based first-person shooter where you fight off waves of dinosaurs against other teams who are also fighting off waves of dinosaurs. And you have to be the best at fighting off waves of dinosaurs. And I think you can attack the other team. I don't know. It's a Capcom title. There's been a couple betas of it that we've had access to that I haven't played. Yeah, I need to spend some more time with Pokemon. I haven't given it enough time. But Exoprimal, I might try it out. If there's another beta, I might actually get into it. It looks like it could be fun. And then the last one is Bomb Rush Cyberfunk, and it is very much a spiritual successor to Jet Set Radio from the Dreamcast era. So that is one that I kind of forgot about. I actually didn't remember that it was even a thing until I just looked on my Nintendo wish list. Because it was supposed to come out, I think it was supposed to come out like in the fall, and it got pushed back. But that's one that I'll probably get. That's probably going to be like a $40 game on the Switch. I have no idea what the words you're saying mean. I mean, I'm just look up Bomb Rush Cyberfunk trailer, and it will tell you everything that you'll need to know about it. It looks cool. It's a stylish little game where you run around and vandalize stuff.
Jojo, I'm surprised to hear you say the Pokemon Go and Pokemon Scarlet or Violet is the first Pokemon game you've played in between those two. I thought for sure that you would have played either Sword and Shield or Arceus.
It sounds like a funky jazz band. It kind of is. It's if a funky jazz band was also a video game. Look at you see that? You see that little Nintendo Game Boy Advance right there? See that blue cartridge? That's my first Pokemon game right there. Right there. I don't know how that thing has survived all these years. But there it is. All right. CorporalNosaj the Sausage. What is our epic side quest?
So, responding to chat, Dum Dum Monkey Doo-Doo, yes. My microphone does have eyes and a mustache. And his name is Mike.
Yo, Mike!
Yo, Mike!
Hey, yo, Mike! Get over here. You got your sandwich. I don't know why Mike is now from Brooklyn.
So, every episode, for those of you who are new, we have a side question of the day. And the side quest of the day is, what game are you most excited for in 2023?
Hey, Mikey! I would say it is a toss-up between Hades 2 and Street Fighter 6, but it's probably Street Fighter 6.
Oh, okay.
It's probably Street Fighter 6. Hades 2 is up there. Hades 2 is a close second, but I'm gonna say Street Fighter 6. I have never gotten into a Street Fighter like wholeheartedly at launch. I got 5 shortly after launch, and then sort of fell out of love with it very quickly because it was incomplete at launch. I got Guilty Gear. Well, that's not a Street Fighter. But this will be the first Street Fighter I'm getting in at launch. I'm excited about it. Is Faya.
I am very excited about Hades. I'm excited about Marvel Snap Update. I'm interested. I'm intrigued. I'm curious about Diablo 4. I am very excited about the Demio update PvP because I'm really loving Demio.
I'm scared. I'm living in fear because we barely made it through a single campaign. PvP, if I'm fighting anybody but you, I think us fighting will probably be on pretty even footing. But anybody else is going to absolutely turn me into a crater in that game.
I don't know about the PC version because I haven't tried it, but in the VR version, there is a basement. You can walk away from the table and walk around the basement, and it's like a social hub. So you can walk around the basement where there's other Demio players who are hanging out in the basement.
Oh, yeah. I've done that before.
You can talk to them and interact with them. You can play games with them, and I assume you'll also be able to fight them in PvP battles.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. I wanna fight you. and I want us to have our two separate streams up so we can fight each other. I think it'd be fun, but I'm curious how fighting with other people will do. So
I mean, I think it'll probably
that.
be that. You'll probably go into the social space and be able to, like, invite to a lobby.
Yeah.
Jojo, I will let you all buy Diablo before I do. We'll give you some first impressions. It's going to be tough because Diablo 4 and Street Fighter 6 are both coming out in June. And I don't know how I'm going to manage my time.
There's a lot of games that are coming out that we're going to be streaming, and we have limited time to stream them in as it is.
Yes.
Unless one of us leaves our job and just streams all the time.
Oh, I completely left this one off the list. But Wild Hearts. Wild Hearts is also on my radar.
Yep.
Also cautiously optimistic because it's EA's version of Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Which the first problem in that sentence is EA. Probably the only company I dislike more than Blizzard is EA. And I haven't seen... I mean, it's like Monster Hunter, so I'm going to play it. But I don't know. Dauntless is also like Monster Hunter.
Dum Dum says he's most excited for Spider-Man 2, but disappointed it's only on the PlayStation 5. I hear you. Hear you. But I will say, I am very excited about Hogwarts, because I'm a huge Hogwarts fan. But if we're going to be honest, there's definitely one title that I am more excited about.
What could it be? It's definitely Armored Core, I know.
Yes. I am a huge Zelda fan. Link is phenomenal. The reincarnation concept of him surviving through the years and always coming back to save the princess has, like, pulls at my romantic heartstrings. He is the champion that she always needs.
He traveled through time to save his Sassenach. I see the parallel now.
Yes,
it all makes sense.
There's a thing here. There's a thread that weaves through all of this.
The whole island of them, actually.
So I'm excited for Tears of the Kingdom. I really hope that it's as good as Breath of the Wild.
I don't know.
I will have to say, though, like, we talked about Sassenach, and we talked about how he's the hero who travels through time to save his princess.
Please name your character Sassenach when the game comes out.
I will have to say, though, in Breath of the Wild, the story arc of Mipha giving up her life to defend Link, and then the power that she provides to him is resurrection.
That's not why you like Mipha.
Leave Final Fantasy out of this.
Anyway, so Zelda is your most...
Yes, Zelda is my most excited or anticipated game. I'm hesitant. I'm tempering this because they could screw it up, but
it might just be... My main concern for the game is that you're going to play it and you're going to be like, no, this should have just been Breath of the Wild DLC. They had it right the first time. It would have come out 3 years earlier, and it just should have been DLC. That's a lot of people surprisingly said that about the new God of War. Nick Yeti included, who hyped it up more than anybody, and said that the new God of War should have just been DLC to the 2018 God of War. That it improved a lot of things, but it kind of just rode on the coattails. And I think that's going to be the case.
They did a poor job at advertising it and displaying it. I thought it was DLC. I didn't realize it was a standalone. So, I mean, there's that.
There you go. So yeah, I think that's it. We are Breath of the Wild should have just been called Link's Black Book. Link catches up with old friends. Yeah, we're going to be streaming a lot of different games in the next year. If you guys have a co-op game that you would like to see us gravitate towards, please leave us a comment, send us a message, put it in the Discord. because we've been struggling with finding a co-op game for our co-streams that we can play for any, like, considerable period of time. Like, we just did Demeo. Maybe we'll stream Demeo again this week, maybe not. Marvel Snap, that's going to be a cool one to play together because we can actually play it against each other. But there's not a lot of games before June, before Diablo comes out, that are natural fits for us to co-stream. So if there's any co-op games that we can both play that you guys want to see, let us know. Yes. I am trying to get Corporal back into Monster Hunter, unsurprisingly.
I have left Discord a brand new link that actually works for Discord at the bottom of the chat. So join our Discord, join our community, continue to talk to us in chat. We do these podcasts twice a month. We have a backlog of podcast episodes that have recorded that are on Spotify and Anchor.
71 of them, actually.
71 of them on all these other platforms, as well as we're slowly uploading our things to YouTube so that you can watch them there as well.
You can just go to the Nintendads.com. And
go to the Nintendads.com.
You just find all of our things. We have a website now if you're just joining us.
So check us out. And then I was going to say something else. Did you meet Adam?
No, is that Twitch chatter?
No, he's somebody who came in. He's interesting. He's cool. I like Adam, but my father never told me to trust Adam because they make up everything. Adams make up everything.
I heard something about stairs, actually. They're always up to something. Yeah, terrible jokes. We need that as a sound effect to trigger. Although I feel like I would abuse it. I feel like I would abuse the hell out of it. All right, that's our episode, everybody.
What's your favorite game topic? Dum Dum. My favorite game topic of this past year was graphics, gameplay.
That was a good one.
What was it? Graphics, gameplay, and
mechanics.
Story. Yeah, story.
Yeah, graphics, gameplay, and story.
Graphics, gameplay, and story.
Yeah,
we did an entire episode comparing those three subjects in how important they are to a game's success. And it was a great topic.
I would say that was also my favorite topic to discuss. Also, it had like a 6-month build-up because we made the notes about it. We were excited to do it. And then it was like news came out, game came out, review for this, TMNT, all these different things came out, and we just got to stew and think about what we wanted to say for about 6 months. And then we finally got to do it, and it was just like, it was beautiful.
Was a good, heated conversation. There was a lot of
I would say that's one of the best episodes we put out this year. And it's not, like, there's nothing timely about it. You can listen to it anytime. It doesn't coincide with any news or anything related to, like, the latest stuff. So definitely go back. If you're just listening to us for the first time, it's better to start at episode 1 and hear the whole journey. But that's a good episode.
That's a great episode to listen to.
Yeah.
So I'm CorporalNosaj.
I'm Presto.
We are the Nintendads.
And we out of here.
Thank you for joining us.
I'll see you on Tuesday. Y'all, I'm streaming some Monster Hunter on Tuesday.
Monster Hunter.
There it is. It's been too long. I streamed Marvel Snap last week, and I played the game so hard that I crashed it. I'm desperately trying to create a clip, but Facebook's clip maker thing is objectively just horrible. So I'm going to have to manually crop it and edit it and all that crap. Jojo, thanks for stopping by. Blackbeard, Bates, Monkey Doodoo. I can't see the Twitch chat. But thanks for coming by. I will see y'all on Tuesday, and have a lovely Sunday afternoon.
Peace.
Bye.